Hi Jasmine, thanks for reaching out over on LinkedIn about the WordPress design spruce up. Let me move this out of the way. That's kind of in the way. Yeah, really interested. I like on very first inspection of the website, I thought there's not enough here to kind of really get my teeth into to get good value for you. It's quite a simple page. There isn't loads of content there. And then the more I looked at it, the more I thought, actually, there's a few bits and pieces here that make this interesting, and I think I could potentially help a little bit. So just going from the top, and I don't know how easy it is for you to implement these changes, but what I've kind of settled on as a format for these is that I just take a bit of time to kind of go through the site, tell you, and if I can, show you what I would do if it was my website. So you may not be able to apply all these changes easily or at all, but hopefully it'll give you a little bit of an idea. Okay, so the first thing I notice is this kind of really strange spacing up here, and it's a really nice photo of you. I love the photo, and it instantly kind of, I guess, tells me a little bit about you and what this site is about. But potentially, I want to actually read. So if I scroll down, Blossom and Snow is the first text title that I see, and I'm like, well, what is that? Is that the name of your act? Is it the name of a blog title of a blog post? Is it an album title? I'm just not sure what that is, and I'm not really sure at this point who you are and what you do. I'm gonna guess you're a singer. So a couple of options here. One is to stick a bit of headline text in. I don't know what it would be. Jasmine Rodgers, some kind of singer, whatever genre, or you might not want to pigeonhole yourself, but you know what I mean. Just some kind of introductory headline. But if not, there's other things we can do here. So I'm just going to. You're gonna see some crazy code. And I'm just going to tidy this up. So there's a whole section here that's basically hidden, so I'm just going to delete it. Let me just pull this in a bit so I can quickly just get back to that when I need to. So that's already better. You're a bit more prominent. I can see more of the photo. There's still a lot of space here before anything really kind of happens. So I'm just going to click in here to see what I can select. Content wrapper, content inner. That's probably site content. So there is no hero really anymore, I don't think. I could probably delete that, but I won't just in case. So this content inner, I'm just going to drag that up. So I'm just going to say margin top. And this might not work on all pages. This might be like a homepage thing. What happens if I go all the way to the top of the screen? There, that looks nice, I think. So we're seeing much more of you. I just realized I've actually made some changes already here. They might be being applied because I think you had a background color on this as well. Let me just double check this. I'm going to open this up in a different browser on a different window, and I just want to, because I think I was playing about with that. I think I've already made some changes. I've made a few specifically. I've made a few. One of them was to get rid of the kind of grey background in behind this. So it's I just thought that grey background just looked a bit naff. So I just got rid of that. I think that looks really nice now. So let's come down here. So Blossom and Snow, I still don't really know what that is. And I don't love this space here, so I'm going to delete that. And I just think that is a bit tighter. It felt like an awkward gap. I don't mind big gaps, but it just didn't feel right. Typography is pretty good. Let's just have a look what we're looking at here. So I've bumped this up. So I think it was at 16 before. So I've just bumped that up to 18 pixels. I would even potentially go higher. I love big typography. Maybe I'm getting older and my eyesight's not what it was, but I just find it just way easier to read. It's just like nice to look at. There's lots of examples these days of websites with nice big typography. I know that like small fonts just used to look kind of stylish and cool. I just don't think that's the case anymore. I think we've moved on from that. It wasn't particularly small. I think you were set at 16 pixels, which is actually really good. But I'm just showing you what it might look like if you are a bit bolder with that font size. Nothing really to say of that next bit, except that I still don't really know what this is about. Without actually reading all this text, I have no idea what it's all about. So maybe some other headings, like a little kind of pre-heading here. I don't know what that would look like, but let's go edit as HTML. This can get really fiddly, so this might not work, but I'll try to make it work. What's this going to look like? This could look awful. So I don't know if this is an album or not, so forgive me. But let's pretend it is. And let's just grab that bit of text. It's an H2, and I'm just going to say text align center just to get it. And then I'd probably want to tighten that up a little bit. I don't know what the margin is. What's the margin on that? Let's just go margin bottom 0 just for now. Something like that. Who knows? I'd probably play about with this section a little bit, but let's pretend that is an album or a tour or something. Just give it a bit of context. Again, just breaking possibly like a little title before this, because it looks like you finished here and then you start again with something else. So maybe just like throwing in a little title there. That's fine. I mean, that photo looks a little bit lost there, so potentially a different photo taking up more of that space would look a lot nicer. This section here, I think it actually looks way better now that it's big. You could even go bigger, I think, here. So let's just pretend. What's this going to look like? Let's just, yeah. And you could put line breaks in to make sure that each of like the Clash magazine bit starts on a new line. And that could look quite nice, and potentially central aligned, that could look quite nice. And then, again, this could maybe do with a little title. I don't know what. It's difficult. This bit's just a bit ugly, really. Sorry to say it so bluntly. I don't like the greys. Especially this lighter grey. Why do I not like it? It's really hard, isn't it, to sometimes describe like design preferences, but I just don't like it. I mean, what would it look like if we just stayed with the black, for instance? And there's a whole load of padding here. So let's ditch the padding. What's that top bit? There's a little top section here. What is that? Something that looks maybe potentially broken. Okay. How's that? It's alright. It's alright. I mean, I like this grid of images. That's cool. This could maybe do with the title. Just like, literally write, follow me on Instagram or something, Maybe. I mean, I know it's kind of implied. And again, I don't know how much of this you're actually able to do with the tools that you've got. Let's just make that look a little bit more like a title as well. So, font size 1.5. Font weight bold. I mean, it's okay. It's alright. I think you could go even bigger than that potentially. Let's go. Let's be bold, right? Because contrast is good. Contrast is good. When things are too close to each other in like size and color, they're different but close. That's like conflict. Well, I'm trying to think of a musical term, like a dissonance. But whenever you go like very different, contrast can look really good. And then this bit is a kind of a bit strange that it's so narrow. I wonder. I just don't have enough screen real estate to do this. Let's get rid of it. Let's put this up here for a second just so I can see what's going on. The form. Where is the width of that form defined? It's a widget, right? And it's in a widget area, so you're maybe going to find that a bit difficult. So I'm just going to say width. I'm going to set the width here. I instantly like that better. I don't know about you. And then I found, so this is super small. Don't like that. What did we use before? Can you remember? Font size. Did we go as high as 20? I think we might have done. And then possibly. This is a bit of a kind of lame title. If that can be a bit more compelling, it'd be great. Because this is very kind of vanilla boring. And then instantly you're saying you're giving them bad news. And then you're asking them to fill out all these, like, why do I need to, if I'm signing up for a newsletter, really the only thing you need is my email address. First name, maybe. So just for the sake of this exercise, I am going to delete. This is not actually deleting anything, by the way. Oh god, I should make that clear at the start of this video. Nothing's actually disappearing. I'm doing this all kind of in the front end, as it were. Preferred format, I don't really get that either. Who needs to? I don't feel like I need to choose a format for a newsletter. Like that's a bit of a strange thing to ask. So I'd get rid of that. And then this is interesting, isn't it? Where's the button to click on? Well, I know it's this, but I only see subscribe when I hover, which is really weird. And like presumably that's not right. So I'm just gonna set that color to black. And there you have it. I mean, as you can see, it is not dramatically different by any means, but I do think that's an improvement. There's more that I'd probably do with some spacing. Like I said, change that photo. I'd probably lay these out slightly differently, maybe like a different font size between the quote and the attribution. But I like it. I like it like that, and I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to hope that you find that useful. And if you've got any questions, just get in touch. I'd be happy to. I love doing this actually. So just let me know. And if you can think of anyone else who could benefit from this, I'm going to be doing a few of these for free. So just send them the link on LinkedIn and tell them to get in touch. Thanks again, Jasmine, for putting your hand up and getting in touch with me. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it useful. Bye.